Hi there, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome, and if you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back. Today I have a request from a YouTube subscriber, Alberto Lanza. I hope I'm saying that correctly. And Alberto wanted to see a lot of different progressions of several different exercises, and today I'm going to look at one of them, so stay tuned for more of your requests. Today we're going to look at progressions and how to teach people the roll-up on the mat. And the roll-up is an exercise that's, pretty straightforward, but it's not easy to do. And when I started in my first mat class in the year 2000, I could not roll up, and I couldn't figure out why. I was very surprised. It's only the second exercise in the mat, so I was kind of sad. I was 29, and I was very, I thought I was reasonably fit, but I could not roll up to save my life. And so I'm going to help you with a little bit of what I worked on to be able to do the roll-up. Now it's one of my favorite exercises, and whether you have a studio mat that has a strap on it or you're doing it with just on a regular mat that does not have the strap, you can use these things to perfect it. I do highly recommend using a strap just because once you figure out how to use it, it helps you to get into deeper and deeper places in your back than you would be able to without a strap. So it builds a lot of strength if you have a mat that has a strap and handles, because it's giving you the support of apparatus. So even if you have something that you can put your feet under a piece of furniture, or if you can have a friend to hold and pretend to be the strap, that's always helpful. Okay, so sometimes when people start Pilates, the roll up, for whatever reason, might not be available to them. And just so we all know what we're talking about, I'm going to do the roll-up. And usually if you're in a studio, you might have a pole that you use. And I'm just going to lift my bottom together up to my waistline all the way to my fingertips. And I'm going to lift myself up and over. And I'm going to stretch. And then I'm going to roll down. So that is the roll-up. And then often there's an exercise that's like a little stepping stone toward it that you probably have learned as well, which is called the half roll down, I believe. Or sometimes just the roll down. So that exercise, you can use the strap if you like. Often I don't use it to teach people the half roll down, but you could. Depending on who it is, that might be appropriate as well. So let's use it for now. And the half roll down at its most elemental is sitting up really tall, looking into your stomach, and then lifting all of your stuff that would sit up on the short box. Keep lifting it and pull the stomach in to go backward. You can go back just till your arm is straight. And then you're going to squeeze your bottom and pull your stomach in and lift yourself back over to the starting position. And eventually, as that becomes pretty manageable, you're kind of digging your heels into the mat, sucking your stomach in, and coming forward. And then the next phase would just be to guide your hands down your leg and place yourself all the way down with bent legs. And then pick your head up, pull your stomach in, and use your hands to come forward. Let me just clarify that. So in this scenario where you have your feet under the strap, your heels are pushing into the mat, and that's really going to be what your opposition in this exercise. The heels pushing in the mat and staying over there, and the stomach and the back lifting in the opposite direction, in and up, away from where your feet are. It would be the same if you had your feet just on the mat. You would kind of stand on your feet. Yeah. And actually, if you've not tried that, once you commit to standing on your feet, you're kind of in a little bit of a different place than you would be if you were just kind of sitting here. So if you stand and lift up and keep trying to stand on your feet, and usually if there's a reason that this is not available to you, it'll be hard to stay standing on your feet. So just stand on them as long as you can to place yourself down. And then press on them, squeeze your bottom, push them down, and lift your bottom and your waistline up. Yeah, and then eventually, if you don't need your hands anymore, you can just do, without the pole, where they are when you have the pole. So you press on your feet, squeeze your bottom, and lift over. And then stand on your feet. That's hard to do, but helpful. Yeah, so that's nice. You know, when you do one version of the exercise all the time, sometimes to do another version of it is hard. Okay, so another assist that you can use that I've been using for a little while. I actually took some workshops with Andrea Maida. She's an instructor that's based in Nashville. She worked with Joe Pilates in the 60s, and she often comes to California where I live to do workshops. And I highly recommend, if you don't know who she is, there are wonderful videos of her teaching on Pilatesology, and I will put a link below. I also have a little bit of a discount code for Pilatesology that you get 30 days free. So I'll include that discount code if you're not a member of Pilatesology. And so I highly recommend her videos. And she is a PT, and she is also a Pilates expert since she was a dancer. I mean, since the time when she was a dancer, not because she was a dancer. Clarifying. And she uses, for many reasons, other than what I'm talking about, she uses a little bit of a assist for that spot of the low back / low stomach that often is hard to use and open and all that kind of stuff. And this is the one that I've been using. And this one is just bigger. I have other clients that are taller, stiffer people, and this is a little not very much help for them, but this is a lot better. So, and what you can do, you can actually put it in your pants. You can put it in your shirt and have it like attached to you as you roll up and down. Or you could just sit it on the mat. And sometimes it moves a little bit, but kind of in the roll up, it doesn't move very much. If you were to use it like in rolling the ball or something, it would move a lot more. So I'm just gonna leave it on the mat because I find that it's helpful just on the mat for this exercise. So, and you'll be able to see if you watch the difference that it makes. So I'm gonna do it without first. So here's my roll up. I'm gonna do it one more time. You know, the first one's always a little bit problematic. Okay, so now I'm going to put this in place. And what I'm going to do is, as I'm rolling up, I'm going to pull my stomach in so that it's trying not to leave the contact of this little pillow. Think of it as a little tiny spine corrector. I have it right behind the part of my stomach that doesn't like to work as much, but above my hips and sacrum. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to do one more. So it doesn't look bad without it, but there is that extra little special something in the lowest part of the stomach when I do use it. And I don't use it all the time, but if I do a mat, I might use it for the first few exercises just to kind of grow an awareness of that spot, and then try to feel it and find it without this as I go along in the mat. So give that a try if that's something that you're not familiar with. And those are really the main progressions other than that we do on the mat. Other than that, we have all the other exercises that are kind of the roll up in disguise. So we have rolling back on the Cadillac, which is really the same as the roll up, except you have the spring of the rollback bar to give you an assist. There's also the push down on the Wonder Chair, which is the standing version of the roll up. And sometimes, going at the exercises from all relationships to gravity, sometimes people love the roll up version of the Wonder Chair because gravity can assist them versus rolling themselves up on the mat. And so usually if you can hit all those exercises, so it's the roll up in many different ways, that's going to build in and make the mat exercise better, because that's really the purpose of the apparatus. The apparatus gives us support and assistance so that our mat exercises improve. And the mat really is the method. The mat exercises are, the truth. And how you do the mat lets you know if all of your other work around the studio is working or not. So thank you so much, Alberto, for your question, and stay tuned for other videos for your request. And if you have any questions that I didn't answer with this video, do leave me in a comment below, and I'd love to have a discussion about the roll-up. It's one of my favorite exercises. We can have a discussion in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and if you'd like to see more videos like this, do become a subscriber. Click the bell icon and never miss a video every time I publish. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you next time. Bye!